Beautiful Friday evening in New York City, where NBA playoff basketball has returned. These Knicks, they've won over their loyal fan base, best record in 10 years. But here in the opening round, they find themselves in a difficult battle with a tough and talented Cavaliers team that hammered the Knicks in Game 2 as they split the first two in Cleveland. Now a hungry Garden crowd will greet them here in Game 3. You see the Eastern Conference standings. Philadelphia's up 3-0. Boston right now playing, they're up 2-0 on Atlanta. Milwaukee and Miami will resume tomorrow. They're even at 1 game apiece. And good evening, everyone. Along with Mark Jackson and Jeff Van Gundy.
Mike, look at his numbers as a New York Knick, regular season versus postseason. He's got to be better. Historically, that's when they elevate their game. And what jumps out most on this graphic is through 2 games in this series, 11 turnovers, 5 assists. He's got to take care of basketball and put his imprint on the game.
And he's not alone.
Takes the tumble. And he'll head to the line. We'll have our first timeout. Nearly midway through the first. Knicks up 1. Maybe Bickerstaff saying, wait a minute, you didn't see it. How do you call it? Well, Rubio quickly picks up his first personal. Right there. There it is. Just took a while. And that will end the first quarter. 17-17. This guy is reminiscent when you guys were here in New York. If it's Josh Hart, that's number 3. We'll take a timeout. Well defended initially from Hartenstein. And Mitchell just stays with the play. Brunson with a beautiful dish. Knicks by 3.
Well, they love to play isolation basketball. And this is pretty good defense, but beautiful extension on the layup for Brunson.
2 more pivotal Game 3s be tomorrow on ESPN and the app. Heat host the Bucks at 7:30, and Lakers hosting the Grizzlies as the first round continues. The Countdown Crew starts the coverage at 7 Eastern. Santa Monica Pier. Let's listen to the coaches. To the defense making you guys proud. Barrett had just 21 points in the first 2 games combined. He's got 14 here in the first half of Game 3. Jalen Brunson coming alive as well. 2 quarters complete here in the Garden. Game 3. Knicks up 13.
The Google Pixel NBA playoffs presented by Starry on ABC are brought to you by Universal Pictures Fast X. Only in
Welcome back. NBA playoffs presented by Google Pixel. It's the first round presented by Starry. Times Square, New York. Here on a Friday night, Madison Square Garden. Game 3. Series tied at 1 apiece. And the Knicks leading the Cavs 45-32 with Mark Jackson and Jeff Van Gundy. Mike Green on hand. We'll check in with Lisa Salters in a moment.
Pass on the offensive end. You create opportunities by them turning the basketball, and that's exactly what we saw, Coach.
Yeah, 10 Cleveland turnovers for 14 Knick points. And it helped Claypool like R.J. Barrett break through some rough moments in games 1 and 2. Here is second transition layup.
You're so right. You give guys life when you don't take care of the basketball. Here they jump the pick and roll of Mitchell, creates a turnover. That's easy offense for Brunson that found a way to get some easy ones and then got it going and it took over the game.
And this is just really good stuff by the Knicks. Now we'll see who can convert, as interestingly, Josh Hart starting the second half.
Well, Quentin Grimes hurt his shoulder as he was walking off. It seemed like something was bothering.
Back in the Garden, Knicks clicking on all cylinders. They run a little dance action for R.J. Barrett. Double high screen. He comes off to his left hand, gets all the way to the cup. That's pretty offense.
And Jalen Brunson, just beautiful poise on some of these mid-range jumpers.
They're icing him in the middle of the floor. No help. Wins the one-on-one matchup. Gets to his spot and elevates.
And then the fake dribble handoff and sort of gets bailed out, but Julius Randle, good attack of the basket.
You see Donovan Mitchell in the huddle, letting his feelings known. Mitchell with 12 of the 42 points, but he also has 4 turnovers. Turnovers were the big story in game 2. Shot blocked, but a foul. And we'll take a timeout. 2 free throws for Josh Hart coming up. A 9-point Knick lead. These two teams tied at 1 game apiece. NBA playoffs continue Sunday afternoon on ABC and the ESPN app. We'll be here for the Cavs and Knicks at 1 Eastern. Then the Warriors look to even their series when they host the Kings. Countdown crew begins the coverage at 12:30 Eastern, 9:30 a.m. Pacific. Boy, nice having you guys back at Madison Square Garden. Good to see you. The Knicks will head to the fourth quarter up 17. They score the last 8 points of the period. After getting dominated in game 2, Knicks have bounced back in a big way through 3 quarters. This presentation of the NBA playoffs continues after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
The Google Pixel NBA playoffs on ABC are presented by Starry, a crisp burst of lemon lime flavor. And Google Pixel, the official fan phone of the NBA.
Let's check out tonight's Coast to Coast coverage brought to you by T-Mobile. Jeff.
Well, they needed RJ Barrett to get back on track. He got started with a couple transition layups over and over, getting to his left hand. And then when he needed it, he made some 3-point shots as well. Here, Randall deep in the paint. Wide open, RJ Barrett. But it's not just his scoring. He's also got 8 rebounds and a couple of assists.
21 points the first 2 games, 7 and then 14. It's the NBA playoffs presented by Google Pixel. First round presented by Starry. Jalen Brunson, a huge bounce back game here in game 3.
Well, he's done it the old-fashioned way. No threes and only 1 free throw. Everything in the mid-range over and over again. The versatility and the ability to create space is special. And this one, the little runner over the size of Allen, finishes off his night.
The Knicks shot 26% from the field in the first quarter, as you see the 2 leading scorers for the Knicks. But it was the first home playoff game as a member of the New York Knicks, and a sensational performance in the second half with 21 points and 6 assists. Time for pictures and a quick turnaround. Well, we've got 2 more pivotal game 3s tomorrow night on ESPN and the app. Heat host the Bucks at 7:30 Eastern. That series tied at 1 game apiece. The Lakers host the Grizzlies. The Countdown crew starts our coverage at 7 Eastern. Well, we had 1 thrilling game that went down to the final seconds and 2 blowout victories in games 2 and 3. What will we see in game 4 on Sunday afternoon? Final score, Knicks 99, Cavs 79. For Mark Jackson, Jeff Van Gundy, Lisa Salters, producer Tim Corrigan, director Mike Schwab, and our entire ABC crew, Mike Green saying, coming up next, your local news over most of these AB stations. As we say, thanks for watching ABC, home of the NBA Finals.